You want Erling Haaland at the club? If you want Erling Haaland at the club, we need money, and we need money fast. These are the players that apparently, this is how Chelsea are going to fund the deal. What? You're joking. Absolutely joking. Ziyech and Hudson-Odoi. You're joking. Welcome to the Kavkas View. Yes, today's video is an interesting one. We're going to hardly talk about Haaland in this video because I'm sick and tired of talking about it because there haven't been much updates, but there have been great news. I've got pictures that are going to be shown about Chelsea FC training. Like, it's actually exciting to see some of the players. It's big throwbacks to the players that are back in training sessions. We're going to talk about which players we're going to keep, which players we're going to sell. But more importantly, we're going to talk about Erling Haaland's transfer fee, how we're going to fund it. Because young Fjortov is out and he's got 3 names in his mouth that we're going to sell apparently to generate the fee to go for Erling Haaland. It's interesting, contentious, I want to talk about it. Then one more story of big Kurt Zouma. Apparently Kurt Zouma will be leaving. Chelsea are not entertaining any offers below 30 million. We will talk about the clubs that are interested and then we'll move on with the video. Peace out, let's get into it. Look, a lot of you are watching this video right now and a lot of you are doing massive favors for me with the like button. I really mean it. I really appreciate every single one of you because hitting the like button and getting me to 500, 600 likes is way. Can we aim for 500 one more time? And I mean it. Hit that like button, it's free of charge. And in the comments below, this goes a long way. I need you lot to do this now. Go in the comments and tell me, Hakim Ziyech, Callum Hudson-Odoi or Tammy, you have to sell 2, keep 1. Who are you selling? Let me know. I am keeping Hudson-Odoi, but I want to know your opinion. Before we start, let's get into the video. Alright, today's video is simple. First one, young Fjortov is out and he's out causing earthquakes in Chelsea Twitter. Chelsea Twitter is panicking, man. Chelsea Twitter do not want to see their prized possession, well, former prized possession, Callum Hudson-Odoi, because they loved him. Like, I'm not even gonna lie to you. A lot of this fan base adored Callum Hudson-Odoi. I still adore Callum Hudson-Odoi. I think he's the best youth product that's come out the club in a long, long time. I think his ability is fantastic. I feel like once he starts improving, it'll be exponential. He'll grow at a rapid rate and he'll become what I believed he was always going to become, a very good starting caliber winger at Chelsea FC. But young Fjortov has come out with, we are going to be selling Ziyech, Hudson-Odoi and Tammy and others to fund this move. And for me, this is interesting. And now we're going to have to break this down into numerous parallels to look at this deal in increments, okay? Are we going to sell Tammy Abraham? I think we are. I think Tammy Abraham has ran his course at Chelsea. I think Tammy Abraham has been a fantastic player for Chelsea in what he's done. He went on loan, he generated loan fees, he scored important goals when he got opportunities, and now he's going to move on, be ambitious somewhere else. Whether that's West Ham, Tottenham, Roma, wherever he goes, good luck. Thank you for everything you've done. It's most probably going to be £35 million in Chelsea's pocket. Considering he came out the youth academy, great business. 35 million in the Haaland fund. Alright, next player, Hakim Ziyech. I don't think we're going to sell Hakim Ziyech. I don't think the interest is there. I think if the interest was there, Chelsea would do it. But I personally would not sell Hakim Ziyech. And the reason I would not sell Hakim Ziyech right now is because the interest isn't there. I don't want to loan him. What is the point of loaning him with an option? He is good enough to make an impact now, right? He is good enough to stay and be a backup. He is good enough to push the starters for a starting spot. He's got enough technical ability, he's got enough creativity for when we're going in 5 competitions, because we're going to be in 5 next year. Club World Cup, FA Cup, Carling Cup, Premier League, Champions League. We're going to need a squad. We can't rely on Pulisic, Hudson-Odoi, Mason Mount and Kai Havertz only. It won't work. First 2 are injury prone. We know that. We're going to need Ziyech. We're going to need him to ball out. So, we keep Ziyech. Callum Hudson-Odoi, you know my views. We're not selling Callum. So for me, I don't know who's telling Yaga Fjortov that we're going to be selling those 3. I don't see 2 of them leaving. I see Tammy leaving. And then there will be others that we're going to talk about how we're going to generate this fee. But let's move on to the next story. Rumors have it Chelsea are willing to let go of Kurt Zouma. And this makes sense. This, you see, I always tell you guys, the source and who is reporting it is the important thing. But then does the story make sense? Like, is this a key ingredient in a dish that we're cooking? And in this case, we're cooking a dish to send Zouma to another club. And the way we're looking at it is, Kurt Zouma is a great footballer. We all know that. Kurt Zouma in a deep block team is fantastic. Even in a high block team, he'd be fantastic. But his ball playing abilities aren't up to scratch for what Thomas Tuchel wants, considering the options we currently have at the club. If you look at Antonio Rudiger, Andreas Christensen, Thiago Silva, Mark Guehi, there's players that are better on the ball than Kurt Zouma. And it's not his fault. Right? It's not his fault that as a centre-back, he's being asked to become a ball-playing centre-back all of a sudden. And he'll move on and have a great career in a different place and become an asset to numerous clubs. And for me, Chelsea are doing the right thing. We're not going to loan him. If you want him, 30 to 35 million. A host of English clubs are interested, from Spurs to Everton to West Ham. Abroad, Roma want him, but Roma are offering the loan. And this is where the issue is. I think he's going to want to go to Roma and play under Jose Mourinho. And I think this is the important part. If he wants to go and play not even Champions League at this moment in time. If he wants to go and play under Jose, I think it'll be exciting. I really hope he goes, if he does, because it's money in Chelsea's pocket. 30 million, 35 sounds great. Get that in our pocket and keep it stepping. But now we're going to talk about some exciting stuff about Chelsea's training and the players that are back. They just put a smile on my face. We're going to talk about 4 players that are in the training session that I'm very excited to see. Number 1, Christian Pulisic. Christian Pulisic is back and raring to go. Refused to go to the Gold Cup because he decided that it was best to stay and come and fight for his place from the outset. For me, this makes a lot of sense. This is exactly what should have happened from the outset. Like, if you think about it realistically, he is good enough to be doing this. Like, he needs to be telling America, I'll be there for the World Cup, I'll be there for the main Gold Cup, but I'm not coming for this one. Like, I need to be here with Chelsea, developing my game so I can become a starter. He won the Nations League with them. Now it's time to concentrate on his club game, and now it's time to kick on. And for me, this is very exciting because I think about it, and I think Pulisic has got a lot of the attributes that I like in my striker/creative inside forward. He is great at taking a man on, good at threading a pass through. He's got he can shoot. You know, like one of those players when he's attacking and you're considering like, okay, what am I going to do? Am I decisive? With him, 9 out of 10 times, he's letting the trigger go. And I like players like that. That's how you get numbers on the board. Then, another player that was in, Charly Musonda. This made me smile. Listen, guys. Before I got into the YouTube game 2.5 years ago, I used to be a big advocate for the youth. As in, I used to watch youth games regularly. That cream of crop that came through with Boga, Hudson-Odoi, Ruben Loftus Cheek, Charlie Colkett, Fikayo Tomori, Charly Musonda, how many people were there? Tammy Abraham, Dominic Solanke. I loved that team. Like, Ola Aina, that team was wavy to me. Jay De Silva, man, Jay De Silva. Listen, that cream of the crop, they were creme de la creme. They were the best youth in the world, right? At that moment in time. They won the Club Champions League, the Youth Champions League, numerous occasions. And it was so nice to watch them play football. They were so expansive, they were exciting. Charly Musonda was the main vocal point of that team, like one of the main. And it's very sad how injuries have impacted him. So seeing him on the training ground makes me smile. Seeing Ruben Loftus Cheek back is a big pre-season for Ruben. Ruben is fighting for his place in that midfield. He needs to prove to Thomas Tuchel, big man, you don't need to sign anyone else. Billy's gone on loan. I'm here. Don't worry. I'll play in the double 6. I can play in the 10. I am here. Don't worry. He needs to be tactically aware, tactically developed the way Sarri was developing him. He's going to be fine. He is a great footballer. And a lot of people don't believe in me when I tell you that he is a fantastic footballer. And another player that we need to keep an eye on is Conor Gallagher. With the exclusion of Billy Gilmore moving on, I feel like this double 6 role could be coached into. I feel like there's a lot of assets that Conor Gallagher could have. And at the same time, we could even sell him in the future for a big lump sum of 20 to 25 million pounds. But whether that happens, but you can already see with others in the squad already, with Drinkwater, Zappacosta, a lot of them. I think it's exciting times, and I can't wait for pre-season games to start, and we will be covering them, we'll be watching them, and then making reviews about the games. You know the drill. 5 things you need to know, 6 things you need to know, 8 things you need to know. Everything you need to know about the games, we'll be here. We'll be covering it on the Kavkas View. So make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. And yeah, in the comments below, let me know. Do you think we'll get Haaland or not? Hit the like button. Peace out, I'm out. Bye. Adios, amigos.